Hello everyone, we are going to discuss about the previous year question of Corporate Accounting 2 from University of Madras in April 2012. The subject code is BPW4A Part C. This question is from Holding Company Accounts. On 31st March 1996, the balance sheet of H Limited and its subsidiary S Limited stood as follows. In the liability side, equity share capital rupees 8 lakhs to H Limited, 2 lakhs to S Limited. General reserve 1 lakh 50,000 to H Limited, 70,000 to S Limited. Profit and loss account 90,000 to H Limited, 55,000 to S Limited. Creditors 1 lakh 20,000 to H Limited, 80,000 to S Limited. The total liabilities are 11 lakh 60,000 to H Limited, 4 lakh 5,000 to S Limited. In the asset side, fixed assets 5 lakh 50,000 to H Limited, 1 lakh to S Limited. 75% shares in S Limited at cost, 2 lakhs 80,000 to H Limited, no value to S Limited. Stock 1 lakh 5,000 to H Limited, 1 lakh 77,000 to S Limited. Other current assets 2 lakh 25,000 to H Limited, 1 lakh 28,000 to S Limited. The total assets are 11 lakh 60,000 to H Limited, 4 lakh 5,000 to S Limited. Draw a consolidated balance sheet as at 31st March 1996 after taking into consideration the following information. The first point is H Limited acquired the shares on 31st July 1995. S Limited earned profit of rupees 45,000 for the year ended 31st March 1996. And the third one, in January 1996, S Limited sold H Limited. So S Limited sold to H Limited goods costing rupees 15,000 for rupees 20,000. On 31st March 1996, half of these goods were lying as unsold in the godown of H Limited. Give your working notes. Based on this information, we are going to discuss. We are going to prepare the consolidated balance sheet. Before going to find out the consolidated balance sheet, we should know these things. The first one, H Limited is a holding company or purchasing company. S Limited is a subsidiary company or selling company. Revenue profit, it means if any profit has been earned by subsidiary company after the holding company acquired the subsidiary company's shares. Capital profit, it means if any profit has been earned by the subsidiary company before the holding company acquires the subsidiary company's shares. First, we are going to prepare the working notes. The first one is calculation of holding minority ratio. H Limited acquired 75% of shares from S Limited. So holding portion is 75%. Minority portion is 100% minus 75%. So the minority portion is 25%, 100 minus 75. So the holding minority ratio is 75:25 or 3:1. Calculation of then we are going to find out the calculation of revenue profit. First, we have to mention S Limited subsidiary. Under the S Limited, we have to mention current year profit for 1 year. It is from the adjustment from the question. Profit earned by S Limited after 31st July 1995. It means a revenue profit. So after acquisition, if it is any profit of selling company or S Limited after selling its shares to purchasing company, that profit are called revenue profit. The acquisition date is 31st/7/1995. So after this date we will have 8 months, but the current year profit for 1 year, but we have to take after acquisition profit only. So that is why from 31st/7/1995 to 31st/3/1996. So there are 8 months. So 45,000 multiply with 8 divided by 12, we get 30,000. That is revenue profit. Then holding portion of revenue profit equal to 30,000 multiply with 3 divided by 4, we get 22,500. And minority portion of revenue profit equal to 30,000 multiply with 1 divided by 4, we get 7,500. Then we are going to study about the capital profit. Calculation of capital profit. S limited subsidiary. So under the S limited, we have to mention general reserve 70,000, profit and loss account 50,000. The total is 1,25,000. Less revenue profit 30,000. After deducting that amount, we get the left value is 95,000. That is called capital profit. Holding portion of capital profit equal to 95,000 multiply with 3 divided by 4, we get 71,250. Minority portion of capital profit equal to 95,000 multiply with 1 by 4, we get 23,750. And we are going to prepare the minority interest. So calculation of minority interest, S limited subsidiary. Under the S limited, we have to mention minority portion of share capital. So the total share capital of S limited is 2 lakhs, but we have to take 1 by 4 portion only. So that is 50,000 plus minority portion of revenue profit is 7,500. Minority portion of capital profit is 23,750. This amount we have already calculated. So the total minority interest is 81,250. It means 50,000 plus 7,500 plus 23,750. Then we are going to prepare the calculation of capital reserve or goodwill. If there is any negative value, that is called capital reserve. If it is any positive value, that is called goodwill. It means if it is any minus value, we can say that is capital reserve. If it is any plus value, that is called goodwill. So the amount paid for shares purchased by H Limited from S Limited is 2,80,000, which is in the asset side in the balance sheet under the H Limited column. So 75% shares in S Limited at cost, asset side in H Limited. The amount is 2,80,000, which we have to mention in the rupees column. Less holding portion of share capital from S Limited. The total share capital of S Limited is 2 lakhs. The holding portion only the 3 by 4. So 2 lakhs multiply with 3 by 4 is 1,50,000. Then holding portion of capital profit is 71,500. We have to add this amount. It means 1,50,000 plus 71,500. Then we get the total of 2,21,250. That will be added with the above amount. Not that amount will be less with the above amount. It means 2,80,000 minus 2,21,250. The difference value is 58,750. That is called goodwill, because the difference value is in plus. So that is why we will consider as goodwill. Suppose if it is any difference value in minus, we will consider as it is capital reserve. Then we are going to prepare the calculation of provision for unrealized profit in stock. Profit equal to sales minus cost. The sales value of stock is 20,000 and the cost value of stock is 15,000. So 20,000 minus 15,000, we get the profit amount of 5,000 for 1 year. So in this profit, 1 by 2 portion is unrealized one. Unrealized means we are not yet get that profit. So 5,000 multiply with 1 by 2, we get 2,500. So 2,500 we have already realized. The left 2,500 is not realized. Then we are going to prepare the notes to account. The note number 1 is share capital. Under the share capital, we have to mention H Limited holding. Equity share capital of H Limited is 8 lakhs. Note number 2 is a reserve and surplus. Under the reserve and surplus, we have to mention H Limited holding. The general reserve of H Limited is 1,50,000 plus profit and loss account of H Limited is 90,000, which we have to mention in the inner column. plus holding portion of revenue profit 22,500, which we have to mention in the inner column. Then add the inner column amount 90,000 plus 22,500, we get the total of 1,12,500. Then we have to mention less provision for unrealized profit, which we have already found that amount is 2,500. That amount will be less with the above amount. So 1,12,500 minus 2,500, we get the left value of 1,10,000. That amount will be added with the above amount of outer column. So the total is 1,50,000 plus 1,10,000. The total is 2,60,000. And note number 3 is trade payable. H Limited Holding Company, the sundry creditors of holding H Limited is 1,20,000 plus S Limited subsidiary. Sundry creditors of S Limited is 80,000. So the total is 2 lakhs. That is trade payable total. And note number 4 is tangible assets. H Limited Holding fixed assets 5,50,000 of H Limited plus S Limited subsidiary. Fixed assets of S Limited, the amount is rupees 1 lakh. The total tangible assets are 6,50,000. It means 5,50,000 plus 1 lakh, we get the total tangible assets is 6,50,000. Then note number 5 is intangible assets. So under the intangible assets, we have to mention the goodwill, which we have already calculated. The amount is 58,750. And note number 6 is stock. Under the stock, we have to mention H Limited Holding. Stock to H Limited is 1,05,000 and plus S Limited subsidiary. Stock to S Limited is 1,77,000. The total stock value is 2,79,500. First, we have to add the two amount 1,05,000 plus 1,77,000. We get 2,82,000. Then less provision for unrealized profit. The amount is rupees 2,500, which we have already calculated. That amount will be less with the above amount of 2,82,000. So 2,82,000 minus 2,500, we get 2,79,500. That is note number 6, the total. And note number 7 is other current assets. Under the other current assets, H Limited Holding. Under the H Limited, we have to mention other current assets of H Limited is 2,25,000 plus S Limited subsidiary. The other current assets of S Limited is 1,28,000. So the total current assets are 3,53,000. Then we are going to find out the consolidated balance sheet of H Limited and its subsidiary of S Limited as on 31st/3/1996. In the particular column, we have to mention equity and liabilities. Under the equity and liabilities, we have to mention shareholders funds. So under the shareholders funds, we have to mention share capital, that is note number 1 heading. Number 1 will be mentioned in the note number column. The note number 1 total is 8 lakhs, which we have to mention in the rupees column. Under reserve and surplus is note number 2 heading. Number 2 will be mentioned in the note number column. Note number 2 total is 2,60,000, which we have to mention in the rupees column. And minority interest, the working notes 4 or D, the amount is rupees 81,250, which we have already calculated. Then current liabilities. Under the current liabilities, we have to mention trade payable, that is note number 3 heading. And number 3 will be mentioned in the note number column. The note number 3 total is 2 lakhs, which we have to mention in the rupees column. The total equity and liabilities are 13,41,250. It means 8 lakhs plus 2,60,000 plus 81,250 plus 2 lakhs. Then Roman letter 2 is assets. Under the assets, we have to mention non-current assets. Under the non-current assets, we have to mention tangible assets. That is note number 4 heading. Number 4 will be mentioned in the note number column. And note number 4 total is 6,50,000. And we have to mention intangible assets. That is note number 5 heading. The note number 5 total is 58,750, and current assets. Under the current assets we have to mention stock, that is note number 6 heading. Number 6 will be mentioned in the note number column, and note number 6 the total is 2,79,500. Other current assets, that is note number 7th total. Number 7 will be mentioned in the note number column. Note number 7th total is 3,53,000. So the total assets are 13,41,250. It means 6,50,000 plus 58,750 plus 2,79,500 plus 3,53,500. That's all.